The video you're about to watch was recorded 2 years ago and was never used. So I'll look different in it, and it is for our Patreon subscriber, Stuart Drake. So enjoy this video from the archives you didn't know existed. Yeah. Today we're going to be painting the Master of Magnetism himself. Master of Magnetism himself. It's hard to say. We'll be painting the Master of Magnetism himself. It's a mouthful. Today we are going to be painting Magneto. Now, this is a 3D print from Trident Studios. I will put a link in the description below to their Gumroad, which is weird. Now, I saw this miniature and I had to paint it. It's so cool. It's not that different than the official miniature for Marvel Crisis Protocol, but it's got a lot more going on. Let's do it. So for the base, we primed in silver, and for Magneto, we primed him in white. So originally, I planned on painting this guy the regular purple and red, and then the sculpt is a little different, so I did some research online, and I think I got the colors for this actual sculpt. So we're doing an alternate paint scheme. And we're going to take some Templar white and some Express medium. Now, this is going all over the costume that we want to keep white at the end. So his belt, his shirt, his pants, and also the cape. We're staying away from the gloves, boots, and helmet. And I do really like this Express color, this Templar white. Like with all the Express colors, they need a little bit of that medium in them, but once you get that level right, it's really nice to work with. Now we're going to take some white primer. Now the reason I use this primer is because it's already thin for your airbrush, and it just goes on really, really smoothly. And you might have to do 2 coats of it, but it's a really nice white, especially for what we're doing here. And we are just doing all the raised parts, and we're leaving that Templar white into the recesses. And we also want to do this all over his cape as well. So just take your time and go through. Try not to put this on so it's splotchy. If you got to do 2 coats, just do that. But when this dries, it dries a little bit less vibrant, and it really works out nice. And we're going to switch over to bronze flesh tone, and we're going to put this all over his face and his arms. So in the artwork that I found, his costume is sleeveless, so this is going all over the face and the arms. Now we're switching over some dark gray blue. I picked this instead of just straight black because this is just a really nice color. This is also an airbrush color, so again, it's already pre-thinned for you. And this is just going on these tiny little spots on the outfit. So he's just got some black striping that goes up and around, basically to break up all that white. And we're going to move on to elf skin tone. Now we're just going to put this right over that bronze flesh tone we already put on. And we're just going to stay away from the recesses. And we're using that bronze flesh tone basically as if we washed it. So just the raised areas. And next we're moving over to pale flesh, and we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to do a little bit less than what we just did with the elf skin tone. So we're just leaving some of that there, and we're kind of doing this in reverse. Instead of washing it first, we're going to do all our layers, and then we're going to do a glaze. And we're going to take that Reichland flesh shade, and you can see here I watered it down quite a bit. Pull it over here and kind of test it out, and that is going to be our glaze. So now that we've done that, we're going to put it all over the skin. So if it pools a little bit too much, you can just use your brush to dry off your brush and wick it off. But anyway, this isn't going on too thick. It's hopefully just going to smooth out the transitions a little bit for us. It's too bad he went to a life of crime, because Magneto could make like a ton of money as like, a welder, because I think he can just fuse metals together. He could be pulling in big dollars, as opposed to trying to eradicate the human race. Just saying. We're gonna take some cobalt metal. Now this is going all over his helmet, his gloves, his wrist guards, and his boots. It's also gonna go on the little X emblem that he has on his belt. But these colored metallics from Scale 75 are really nice. They go on really smooth. They leave a really good finish. I really like them, especially for these Marvel characters. And he's also got some shoulder pads we're going to throw this on. Kind of forgot they were hiding there. Now, once that is all dried, we're going to take our Runic Gray, and if you've watched the channel, you've seen me use this before, but this is a really great silver wash, so you can put this over just regular silver or this cobalt metal from Scale 75, and it works out great. It's a really great metal wash color. So this is going all over those parts we just painted metallic blue. We're going to take some Dwarf Skin and some Nazdrag Yellow. Now, I'm going to use these colors to pick out some spots on this base. And the Dwarf Skin will make it look more of a bronze color. And the Nazdrag Yellow is going to make it look more of like a gold color. So we basically just want to break up all the silver with some different metallic colors. And you could go crazy on this using your contrast paints or your speed paints and getting all sorts of different metallic colors in there, but I really just wanted to stick with the two because I want him to be the focus, and too many colors would, I think, kind of hide him in the center. And we're going to take a black wash once everything is dried on there, and this is going over all of the metal we just did. So including the stuff we just painted, this is going everywhere. And if you're interested in knowing how I make these washes, I use Flow Improver, Matte Medium, ink, and water, and that's it. And you can kind of do it to the consistency and thickness you like, kind of play around with it, but it's a really great alternative to buying black wash. I'll put a black rim around the base that I have at the bottom there, and he is done. Magneto is a super cool character. He's been around the X-Men, I think, since issue 1. He's one of those awesome characters because throughout time, he's kind of learned from his mistakes, his motivations have changed, but not completely. Like, his thing is always about mutants first, and he's just a really complicated character. It's also, if you look up any of the history about his character, he's gone through some pretty horrific stuff. Pretty horrific. So it's not too surprising that he was, a huge maniac. And as always, we want to thank our Patreon supporters, Charby Grenade, Richie Fender, LK, Blash Boy Mike, and Stuart Drake. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. Either way, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, all of the YouTube stuff, and you guys have a great day. Why did you paint it gold? Gold isn't magnetic. Well, maybe it's just gold-plated. What do you think of that?